Welcome to your August love reading, love forecast. I hope you guys are all doing well. Happy birthday to all my Leos. Totally not acceptable that you guys aren't going first, but I feel like that's the nature of this year. It's been pretty tough for Leos, and I feel like we've been through so much. We've We've evolved, we've changed, we've grown. And there are even certain cards in the tarot deck that I don't even look at the same anymore. When I see the Strength card, which is our card, Leo, I don't see the same thing in that card that I used to see in that card. That's how much this year has changed me. And as a Leo myself, I feel like this is really the month to get on top. This is really the month for us to reach the height of our growth and bloom and expand in all directions and be the rightful gift from the gods that we are, the lions and lionesses of the zodiac, the king of the jungle. So, take your seat on the throne, Leo. This is your month. This is your year. So, I'm going to go ahead and just get into the reading. And this is a bi-weekly love reading for all Leos out there that may be watching. Leo suns, moons, risings, Leos on the cusp. And also if you have your Venus or Mars in Leo. Spirit, what are the bi-weekly love messages and energies that you have for the sign of Leo? For all Leos that may be watching, what do they need to know regarding their love lives, right from August 1st through the 15th, 2018? What does Leo need to know regarding their love lives? Leo suns, moons, risings, Leo's on the cusp, and Venus or Mars in Leo. August 1st to the 15th, please. Yeah. One more for Leo here. We're going to look at your current situation, what is helping or hindering you. This is also what can be a challenge for you. What has put you here, the foundation of the situation, what you'd like to manifest, also what you may be thinking or feeling, your recent past, your near future. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Devil, sign of Capricorn. All right, let me take a look at this. I'm seeing two people here that are very much under the control of something, I want to say demonic, but there's definitely a feeling of being attached through like some invisible force here. So this can indicate codependency, fear, the need to like break out of something here that can be very addictive, very the devil is not good as in like theme or challenge. Some of you feel almost helpless against this type of energy. Feel lost and lonely when it comes to, now we do have so many planets in Capricorn right now. We have Saturn retrograde in Capricorn, Uranus in Capricorn, and we have Pluto retrograde in Capricorn. And we've got the Earth trine here, and then we also have Venus in Virgo today, which that's going to change. The moon will, or Venus will change signs. But in terms of Capricorn, if you're dealing with a Capricorn, my recommendation is, as much as possible, if Leo can, there are a couple signs where I'd really like Leo to just stay away from this year. Capricorn is definitely one of them. Anyone that has Capricorn rising, And when I say stay away, I don't mean like avoid, but just don't be in a relationship with a Capricorn. I don't think it's the healthiest thing for you right now. And also, obviously, Aquarius would be another sign that I would say, if you can stick with earth, with fire right now, that would be fantastic. But let's take a look at your cards. I'm probably going to get a lot of shit for saying that, but we have the World, very nice. Your challenge is the 8 of Coins. What has put you here? The 7 of Swords in reverse. Thoughts and feelings are the Magician. Also, we'd like to manifest. In the past, we have the Queen of Coins. Near future, we have the 10 of Swords. Oof. Well, we just had the eclipse yesterday. All right. Well, 2 days ago, really, but I felt it the most yesterday. I don't know about the rest of the world, but let's see what's going on here. We've got a pretty dynamic reading ahead of us. You walk into August with the World. This does signify your solar return, Leo. The sun is in the same position that it was when you were born. So you will be celebrating your birthday. Obviously this month, the World indicates great accomplishments. It indicates, closing a chapter of your life, learning a major life lesson. This is in essence saying, Leo, you're graduating. Now, in terms of your love life, this is telling me that, if we're on chapter 8 with, Josie and Jim here, chapter 8 is finished, okay? With whatever relationship you're in, with whatever phase you're in terms of your love life, you learn the lessons here, hopefully, and this, from eclipse to eclipse here, you think of it as being in a blender, but coming out the other end, we're definitely going to be closing a chapter this month, all right? That's how I would look at it. Also could be dealing with a fixed sign. Fixed signs are Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, and Leo. So you could be dealing with any of those signs. But we've reached the end of the major arcana, which tells me you've essentially, you've made it through the Fool's journey here. We would start back at number 1 or number 0. So we do have the Magician here. So it's like you're ready to manifest something new in terms of your love life. What is a challenge for you is the 8 of Coins. It's a challenge for you to put in the work. It could be with regards to your work. This could also be with regards to the 8th house, or actually, let's say the house would be like maybe your 2nd house. Don't quote me on that, but 8 of Coins indicates putting the finishing touches on something. This is really maybe your career as well. Your focus, your drive. What is it that you're building? If you're in a relationship with someone, is it difficult for you to work on that relationship? How long have you been, with this person, working on this together? This is also something that can help you. Get involved in your work. Focus on your work. Focus on what makes you happy, what propels you forward, okay, more so than maybe love. But the 8 of Coins is positive. It does talk about greater romantic feelings, but in the challenge position, to me, this is coming across as something having to do with your career, your work environment, your drive, what motivates you, putting in the work, staying focused. Those things can be a challenge for you. And of course, we're talking over the next 2 weeks. So what has put you here? We have the 7 of Swords in reverse. This can indicate guilt, someone getting caught doing something, feeling regret. This is also saying that, you could be dealing with an Aquarius. We have the 7 of Swords, which is my Aquarius card. It can also indicate wanting the treasures involved in a situation, but not wanting to risk either your reputation, your career, whatever, due to the risks involved. So there can be some regret here. There can also be, it just says, you know, you fool yourself if you are trying to get away with something or trying to strategically maneuver or escape from some situation. It just says that you fool yourself. There's also some flip-flopping here in terms of wanting to leave something behind, perhaps. You can also say someone got caught doing something and feels regret. Either way, Leo, you end up with the World here, so it's like that chapter is closed. You can now move forward, okay? Let's leave this in the past. We have the Queen of Coins in your past. May have been dealing with an Earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, or this is your energy. In which case, Leo, I'm still seeing someone here who's very focused on their home and their career. I'm also seeing that the Queen of Coins is someone who is more domestic, possibly more focused on, like I said, she's very good with finances, very good with money. It's all about the dollar bills, y'all. I mean, the Queen of Coins, that's what she is. She cares a lot about making money, and I feel like your focus was more on, your focus may have been more on your career, more on maybe your home life, domestic environment than anything. But also the Queen of Coins can be the perfect wife or girlfriend. She is someone who's very loving, very nurturing, very down to earth, has a lot of earth in her chart as well. So this can definitely be someone that has Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or someone you were dealing with in your past. So interesting that there's no real fire energy coming up here, but that's okay because we just had the eclipse, so things are going to be a little bit wonky over the next 2 weeks. It's not going to be a perfect ride for any of us. We have 7 planets retrograde even today, so you know, just take a deep breath and let's go. So we have the Magician in terms of your thoughts and feelings. I think you'd like to manifest something. This is all about making things happen. Of course, we have card number 1 here, so skipping over the Fool, you are directly trying to manifest here. I don't know what you're trying to manifest. It could be a new job, new relationship, new skills, new environment. But we also have the Magician, which is Mercury, ruled by Mercury. We have Mercury in Leo right now. So your words will have great impact at this time. You have a lot of power in terms of your thoughts and feelings. Yeah, I mean, I just feel like you're coming across as being very powerful, very seductive, someone that can create out of thin air, as above, so below. So drawing down your talents into the real world, visualizing what you want to happen so you can make it happen. So extremely powerful card here, especially with the World. What you see, what you envision, you can make your reality. So it's a very, what I want to say for you, Leo, not just in your love life and for your life in general, this is a very good time for you to manifest. And you can do that by planning, by thinking about what you'd like to make happen after these eclipses are over. So by the middle of the month, I want you to have a very clear idea of where you'd like to be, what you'd like to be doing for the rest of the year. Really think about it, really visualize it, you know, make a mood board, right, in your journal, your diary, whatever. And that goes, if a relationship has ended or is ending, or you feel like you've plateaued, you know, continue to work on your career, etc., but start thinking and start visualizing where you'd like to be. We do have the Ten of Swords coming up in the future. Something here is definitely coming to an end. This can be a very painful ending for some of you. It's the worst pain imaginable. It's a feeling of also, yeah, it's something is definitely, it's over. Now, it's also time for you to release a lot of these negative thoughts, this overthinking of a situation. With the Ten of Swords, it's almost overkill. It's almost too much here. So I really want you to, if something is really over, there's no need to, like, you know, beat a dead horse. This can also be a feeling of, I don't see someone being betrayed here, but I just feel like either the body is tired or you're just tired of something and it just has to end. It just can't get any worse. You're just ready to you know, stick a fork in it. It's time to move on, kind of thing. Now, of course, I don't see this happening. This will be around the middle, towards the middle of the month. So between now and the 15th of August, there is definitely quite a lot going on for you. But the main thing that I want you to remember is, you know, we have endings here, card 21, card 10, and that means that you're going to be starting a new cycle after the middle of the month. But there's something that you're manifesting. I don't know what that is, but there's something you're manifesting right now, and that could lead to some endings for you in terms of relationships, in terms of the habits, in terms of the way you think about things, possibly even your career. So underneath the deck, we have the Devil, the Hermit in reverse, and the Six of Cups. So definitely could be a past life relationship or a relationship with a soulmate here. And it may not be the healthiest one. There could be a lot of toxicity, a lot of toxic behaviors, or even a toxic environment, which you need to release, which you need to end, which you need to let go of. So it could be a struggle for you to put in the work necessary for this relationship or for this job or this career. I mean, something here is definitely just begging to be released. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and pull your guidance message. A lot of you are going to think, well, all the readings this month have been so positive for Leo. So just remember, you know, a lot of those readings were done before the eclipse. Okay, we had a huge eclipse, the longest one in 200 years, 2 days ago, and we're going to have another partial solar eclipse on, I believe, the 11th or 12th of August. Don't quote me on that. So we're in a pretty turbulent time right now. Like I said, we're going through the blender, and there's a lot of stuff that can change now that we're in the eclipse season. So I say this to you as part of your forecast as well, that, you know, there's a lot of change that can happen between now and the 15th. All right, and I do feel like there's going to be an ending for you, Leo, and there are no bad cards in the tarot. Yeah, they're subjectively, yes, it can be difficult. There can be difficult experiences, but these are all for your highest good. Okay. So some lessons coming up, I feel like, for you as well. What is Leo's guidance message, please? What is Leo's guidance for August 1st to the 15th, 2018, with regards to their little lives? What is Leo's guidance? Please help guide them. This one. Okay, we have the Three of Swords. Necessary sacrifice. Here we have look at the position of the man. He's curled up in a ball. So coming out of pain and coming out of the sadness and isolation and launching into sort of a brand new world for you, Leo. And yes, I do feel like some of you are going to have your heart broken. Some of you are going through something right now that is very painful or will be very painful. But what I see as a result of this is something that has to happen. This is something that has to happen. You have to go through this period so you can come out stronger and better than ever. I know some of you are not going to want to hear that, but this is the truth. All right. I feel like a lot of you are being taken for granted. You know this. You're not in the best relationship you could be in. Maybe you shouldn't be in a relationship right now. But whatever the case is, there has to be an end to it. Yeah, you can't have this double energy. We can't have this coming up for the rest of the year. It's got to go. So if it means that, you know, you've got to make a necessary sacrifice here, so be it. Right? We're gonna talk about this card that came up here. And yeah, a lot of people aren't going to like this reading, and that's fine. But there are Leos out there that are going through this right now. Keywords are sorrow, disappointment, trust, and healing. Leo, love can bring both joy and sorrow. Let's hope that it's bringing more joy than sorrow. When disappointment enters your life, it's important to acknowledge the accompanying sadness and feelings of loss. However, it's equally vital not to dwell on the loss. The temptation may be to isolate yourself from the world and cling to your grief. This card is a reminder to trust that this situation, as hard as it may be, is in your best interest. It's time to gently let go of the sorrow and the disappointment, because you're certainly worthy of more than that. And if you're holding on to a relationship or a person that's continually disappointing you or bringing you sorrow and grief, it's time. This is the perfect time to let go of that as well. Because sorrow can hold you back, Leo, or it can elevate you to new levels of understanding. Focusing on your sadness and loss will prevent you from attracting new, positive energy around relationships. So it's time to turn your disappointment into hope for the future. Ask what lessons you can learn from the situation. Move beyond despair into healing and joyful love. Let go and move on. You have more powerful spiritual forces helping you than you could ever imagine. If there is a person or a relationship that you simply are tired of putting the work into, if there's a job or situation you're tired of struggling along, you've been continuously disappointed, it is time to stop it. Stop it, stop it, stop it. It's time for that to end now. Okay? It's time to move on. You've got greener pastures ahead of you. And yeah, I know this feels like a very dark, foreboding reading, but let me tell you, once you get through this pain, once you get through this heartbreak, it's going to feel so much better. And I kind of had a feeling like this is going to be, like, you can't live your life in regret. We can't live our lives regretting what could have been or feeling regret for what we have now. So it's kind of like you battling your inner demons at this point. It's up to you, Leo. Do you want to continue to draw cards like this? Ten of Swords, Three of Swords, or do you want to be drawing the Ace of Wands, the Two of Wands, you know, the Four of Wands, the King of Wands, or even the Sun on your birthday next year? The choice is yours, but I really feel like a lot of you, this indicates that there is going to be an ending in some area of your life. It may be painful, but it's necessary. Okay, so we can move on finally from this disappointment, which is just so unworthy of you, Leo. You're worth so much more than that. Take your chair, take your throne, put your paw down. Enough is enough. Right? All right, Leo. I will see you at the mid-month. Take good care of your lioness selves, and I wish you a very happy birthday, and I know you can do this. Please feel free to call me up if you want a personal reading. I do have openings available. I will be opening up my schedule for August soon. Links below in the description. Take care.